Hello everyone. I know this is a very serious kind of video to talk about, but I just wanted to talk about it. Sorry I look awful. Just got done waking up. I'm gonna take this off no matter how awful my hair looks. Because I need to. Yeah. I'll explain in the video. So, this is a very serious kind of video because I'm going to be talking about all the things that need to change about me. Hang on, I'm getting distracted. And that kind of thing. Okay. So, I have a lot of self conscious issues because of the 7th and 8th grade, which was middle school for me, because my middle school only had 2 years and my high school has 4, and that kind of thing. So, this is what basically happened. I was always self conscious about anything, basically, in middle school and elementary school. I was self-conscious about body image, sexual orientation, appearance, um, socializing with other kids. So I have a past of anxiety, as most people wouldn't really guess, but I've kind of gotten through it over the years. So I just wanted to talk about that and how I did. So I was always that kid where it was like when you try it when okay. I never told anyone that I had self-conscious issues, and I was always putting myself down about what outfits I would wear that day. I would always I never really had a specific bully. Like I would get a lot of comments about my image like on a weekly kind of basis, but it wasn't like a Pacific person every day kind of thing. But I was always the one to push myself down because I would just like one day I was hanging out with this friend of mine, and so she took my name and like extended it out like downwards, and then she just put like an insult for each of the letters of my name, like um so my the name that she used was my actual name, which is Elizabeth. So she put like a whole bunch of negative words down of the that went for the letter of my name, if that makes sense. And she did it as a joke, but it really struck my brain to thinking, she thinks I'm ugly, she thinks I'm this, she thinks I'm that. I need to change that. So ever since like that kind of incident, I knew that she was kidding, just I couldn't convince myself that she was. And like I would always have like little incidences where I was kind of like I was self-conscious. I would always that kind of situation cuz like in middle school one time it was like science or something, and we had a substitute that one day, and the substitute was just like this old lady or something. And this was a regular class. It was a, what's the word I'm looking for? It was a required, it was like, yeah, it was a required class or something, whatever the word is I'm looking for. And so there were up to 30 to 40 kids in this class. And my four friends, so it was me and my four friends, and we were at the very corner because like the substitute didn't care if we sit in our assigned seats or not. And so we were kind of we were in the front corner because like every other legit every other kid was in the back of the classroom making fun of us. And one time the substitute did not give a crap of what was going on, so she got up and left. And as soon as the door closed, about 3 or 4 balls of paper hit me in the back of the head. And I wanted to fight for my friends, because when I always was with the friends that weren't accepted anywhere else in this school because it was either you were popular or you weren't. And I was always the one that would go with the you weren't kids. I'm the kind of person where it's like if I see that you're sad, I really do want to help you, but if I don't talk to you, you have to talk to me. It's like that. So I had so many friends in the not popular group, and so I was always the one who was put down with them by the popular kids. And so that day was just really bad for me and that kind of thing. There are even times where I would get comments in the hallways by people. Like there was this one girl, I don't remember her name. It was some weird name. I don't remember what it was. But she was always like the main bully kinda. Not really. Like she was like always the one to always pick a fight first. I think that she just did it for entertainment or something. There's like different levels of kids, and I'll explain that in another video. But she was always the one where it's like she always gets in trouble in class. She always did that. She always did this, and it was like everyone knew who she was because she talked, and she always talked very loud, and she'd always get kids in trouble. She'd always get herself in trouble and blame it on her best friend. Like, she was like the main, not really the main girl in the class. She was just always like there, and you knew that she was there. So she just ruined everyone's day. And she definitely ruined me and my friends. Because my friend, the one I was hanging out with that day in science class, she was probably the shortest person I knew. And I'm in ninth grade now, and I'm pretty sure she's like 4 or 5. No. Yeah, 4 or 5 by now. Like, that's really short to like, because I'm 5'6" and she's 4'5". So we have like 2 feet difference. And she was always made fun of for her height. Like in every class that I was with her in, I heard comments every single day about her height and her hair because she had like really long hair at one point and then she cut it because every kid made fun of her for it, and then every kid started making fun of her because of how short her hair was. And I thought that was really unfair, but that it was that kind of thing. She always, no matter what, she always seemed to laugh at something. She was always the one to just laugh at nothing. She always had a smile on her face, but for all the wrong reasons. That kind of thing. So, anyways, about my problems. So, I've always had self-conscious issues. I've always been the one to all I didn't even plan of how this video was gonna go down. So that's that. Like I was always the one where I was always the one being taken down with my friends. And that led to me having suicidal thoughts in the 7th grade and 8th grade. I cut a lot in the 7th and 8th grade. I even still have the scars on both arms, and because this one I never cut on this side because I was suicidal, but not like I was attempting it. It was just a thought in the back of my brain. It's webcam, so you can't really tell, but it's like I have a lot of scars right here. Like you cannot tell. Like right here. I would always cut on this back of my arm, like the lower part down here, but I would never cut up here because I always knew that I would always have a day where I was glad to live that day, so I didn't want to miss out on those days. So this is my changing video where it's just me motivating myself to keep living on and hopefully motivating other people because life kind of sucks. And I was self-conscious about my weight. I started working out. I was 96 pounds in 7th and 8th grade. I am now 110, and I think I've gotten skinnier, but I'm healthy about it. And I was, I wasn't, what's the word? Um, I never was obsessed about my weight, I should say. I wasn't bulimic about my weight. I was just like, I never really ate food, but whenever I did, it would show a lot. Like, I looked really kind of chubby, but I was only 96 pounds probably. So I started eating more, but I started like working out kinda. Like, I started taking care of my body and started actually nurturing it, and I'm extremely skinnier than I was before, but I'm like 110 pounds now. And so I'm glad about that. I started putting makeup on the scars, but I started accepting them. And I have a scar here, which I'll explain in another video. But I started like accepting my scars because I would always have like bracelets or long sleeves or just something on my arms. But I have this jacket and I always put a vest over that jacket. So I started taking off the jacket and just wearing the vest and then just accepting my scars and that kind of thing. And so in the 9th grade now, I want to change how I feel about myself. So after high school, I can just be who I want to be. I can laugh at myself and accept who I am, basically. So hopefully this video changes you. Hopefully it changes me a lot. I'll probably make another video like this in the future. Yeah. Peace of, peace of, subscribe, and goodbye.